Alright, welcome for this Thursday, April 18th. I want to review a couple things we went over yesterday and talk about the S&P just a little bit. They're going to open up here in about a minute. As you recall, yesterday we talked about look at this, the US dollar, right? The US dollar Japanese yen chart had a real nice trade above this high, right? At 80, right? Now listen, the price we went long was at 80.93 as it took out this high. Our first profit objective, as you'll recall, was 81.53, and that was hit, right? 81.53. Our second profit objective right here is this first horizontal line at 81.83. So far we've gone up to 81.73. We're not quite there yet. And our third profit objective is right up in here at 82.13. So again, right now, the US dollar Japanese yen's trading at $81.53. Our second target is 81.83. 81.83. It went to 81.73 so far. The stops are moved from yesterday, right? We moved the initial stop on the remaining portion of our position to below this low, but now we're bringing it up to below this low, okay? So now it's below 81.16 to 81.15. Remember, the initial entry on this trade for all positions was at 80.93 was the buy, right? Above the 80.92, that bar's high. So again, the stops are moved up to below 81.16 to 81.15 on the remaining portion of our positions, and our two remaining profit objectives are, again, 81.83 and 82.13 right up in here. Alright, so we'll see what happens on this trade today and tomorrow. The second chart I want to look at is a trade very, very similar to the one we just looked at, okay? I want to outline this as exact same principles, same entry, everything, but just different market. It's the pound US dollar, right up in here, pound US dollar. Again, look at the market made a high. Obviously, all these bars, right, are green, so the trend is up. Market pulled back into a nice support zone. Created one of our tight little inside bars. Market took out that high. Initial stop below the prior bar's low. And as you can see, the market's trading up in here at 1.604. Again, that entry, again, that was a few days back. That was on the 6th of April. That entry came in place at 1.590. 1.590. So far, we've traded up to 1.607. Okay, so we've hit some profit objectives there. Again, what are the profit objectives you might add? You simply take the range of the inside bar, right? 1 times the range and add that to your entry. Second profit is 1.5 times the range and then 2 times the range, and extend it up from your entry. So you can see those profit objectives have been hit there. All right, and the last forex currency pair I want to talk about is the Australian dollar Japanese yen chart. The market is definitely pulled down further than what I would have expected, right? A little further. Stop's not hit yet. But what happened 2 days ago, right here on this bar, that's a bullish engulfing pattern, right? Took out the low of the prior bar and the high of the prior bar, closing in the top quarter of that bar. Okay? As soon as the market took out the high of that bullish engulfing pattern, bring all stops up to below 82.87 to 82.85, below the low of that bullish bar, right? I would expect the market to continue moving up from here. But that's where the stops are now on the Australian US dollar. If the market takes out this low, then I would start being bearish on this market. All right, now I want to look at quickly the E-Mini S&P 500. Yesterday was an inside bar, right? The high was lower than the prior bar's high. The low was higher than the prior bar's low. So we're definitely tightening up. Yesterday's low, now it's happening right now, is 1378 even. That is the low of yesterday. The high of yesterday is 1385 3/4. Okay, If we take out the high of yesterday of 1385 and 3/4 to 1386 and a quarter, I would expect the market minimum to trade up to the prior day's high of 1388 and 3/4 and potentially a lot higher than that. On the downside, on the other hand, the low is 1378, so we just broke down through 78 to 77 and 3/4. Since we broke down through that low, yesterday's low, since we have a tight bar, I think we could go lower. I think we could move to 1371 and a quarter today to the downside. Now, if that doesn't happen, and we reverse here in the next half hour to 40 minutes, and we take out the high of yesterday, then I think we're going to go a lot higher than 1388 and 3/4. So that's what I'm thinking. Again, I'm a short-term day trader in the futures market, so I'm looking for these small moves. I'm not trying to predict where the market's going to go longer term typically, right? I'm looking for short bursts, short movements throughout the day, and that's what I'm thinking. So I am definitely using the range of yesterday. Again, the high 1385 and 3/4 and the low being 1378 as areas of potential momentum if we start breaking through those areas. Okay, now granted, yes, we have already broken through yesterday's low, but it is a little early in the morning to initiate a trade just yet. I want to see here in the first half hour what the market is going to do before being more aggressive on that side. So yes, we have taken out yesterday's low, right? Marginally, right? But we want to see if we've got any confirmation there. Okay, I've moved to this is an intraday chart of the E-Minis, right? We have taken out yesterday's low marginally, right? Just marginally, but very early in the morning yet. Okay, very early. Okay, again, it's only 9:36. The market's been open for 6 minutes. If we come back down and take out today's low of 1377.5, then I'm going to be looking to go short. There's no doubt about that. So far, as you can see, we've stuck here between the action zones, the gray and the blue action zones. Again, yesterday's high is right here. What did we say it was? 85 and 3/4. If we reverse up and we take out 85 and 3/4 and we're able to hit 86 and a quarter, then the market's definitely going higher to 88 and 3/4 and potentially even higher than that. All right. So that's my analysis. If you've got any questions whatsoever, please give me a call. Let's have a profitable day. Okay. Bye for now. Hope that helps in your trading. Bye now.